Welcome back, Class 10. Your history class, revision of Chapter 10 Independence and the Partition of India. British always pointed with pride to the political unity of India they had brought about. So, what did the British pointed? They pointed how they have brought the unity in India, political unity in India. Unfortunately, they undid this unity, that means they reversed the unity towards the end of their rule. They adopted a policy of partition. Divide and rule was always there. The imprisonment of the Congress leaders in 1942 left the political field free for Jinnah. So, after the Congress leaders were arrested, Jinnah was free to do whatever he wanted because he was now very popular among the ruling class. So there was demand for Pakistan, that is partition of India. Sir Muhammad Iqbal at Allahabad session in of the Muslim League in 1930 conceived a plan of a Muslim state, such a state which would embrace all the provinces where Muslim faith is strong. So what did he do? In the Muslim League session of 1930, they had a plan. They gave birth to a plan of a Muslim state. A group of young men at Cambridge, led by Rahmat Ali, systematically propagated the scheme. They started propagating the scheme. So in 1933, in the year 1933, a 4-page leaflet was distributed by them. They confessed that their scheme of Pakistan was different from that of Iqbal. Sir Iqbal wanted the merger of these provinces into a single state within Indian Federation. He was not thinking in terms of partition of India. The Cambridge boys, on the other hand, proposed that these provinces should have a separate federation of their own. Rahmat Ali had even found the name for the separate state. He called it Pakistan, composed of the first initial letters of Punjab, Afghanistan province, Kashmir, Sindh, and the last syllable of Balochistan. So at Lahore session of 1940, the Muslim League passed a resolution that the areas in which Muslims are numerically in majority should be grouped to constitute an independent state. So this is this. Now comes Jinnah's two-state theory. Jinnah, in his presidential address at the Lahore session, declared that Islam and Hinduism are not religions in the strict sense of the term. Instead, they were two distinct nationalities. So if you yoke, that means if you keep them under a same, same cabin, or under the same side by side, if you yoke these two nations together, keep these two nations together, the project is doomed to failure from the start. The government gave all encouragement to the Muslim League because the government wanted that India should be separated or partitioned. Gandhi, Abul Kalam Azad, Khan Abdul Ghaffar, and other nationalist leaders did not accept the League's thesis. Now comes the cabinet mission. Reasons why the cabinet mission was sent to India. The Second World War came to an end with the surrender of Japan in August 1945. Shortly before, the Labour government, with Mr. Attlee as the Prime Minister, came to power in Britain. Mr. Attlee had clearly stated his sympathy with the India's political aspiration. So, number one, trial of INA officers. The prosecution of other Azad Hind Fauj's officers has created a strong anti-British feeling in India. The charge against them was treason or disloyalty to the British Crown. Everyone in India believed that the punishment given to them will in fact be a punishment to the whole India. Second comes election of to the central and provincial legislatures. The new Secretary of State for India, Lord Patrick Lawrence, announced that elections of the central and provincial legislatures in India would be held as soon as possible. So, what did he announce? He announced that as soon as possible the elections should be held. By February 1946, the elections were all over. The Congress formed ministries in 8 out of 11 provinces. The Muslim League formed government in Bengal and Sindh. In Punjab, a coalition government was formed under Zair Hayat Khan. In fact, elections established the Muslim League as the only mouthpiece. Whatever happened to the Muslim League will speak for them. And the purpose of the cabinet mission. What was the purpose of the cabinet mission? Under these circumstances, the government decided to send a mission comprising 3 members of the British cabinet to India. According to Lord Patrick Lawrence, Sir Stafford Cripps and Mr. Alexander arrived in New Delhi in 1946. They arrived on 24th March. So what was their purpose? Their purpose was to bring about a settlement between the League and the Congress for speedy transfer of power from British to Indian hands. So this was their purpose. But what happened was, Muslim League's demand for Pakistan was rejected by the cabinet mission because of 4 main reasons. Number 1, that it would not provide an acceptable solution for communal problem. Communal problem is religious problems, Hindu-Muslim problems. It is not an acceptable solution. Second, 2 halves of the proposed Pakistan state, that is West Punjab, East Bengal, would be separated by some several hundred miles. Administrative and communicative differences will be there. Third was, the armed forces and the postal and telegraph systems had been built up for India as a whole. It was not built up that there will be 2 countries separate. So, to disintegrate them would gravely injure the both parts of India. And finally, partition would make the problem of the princely states more complex. So that is why the Muslim League's demand for Pakistan was rejected by the cabinet mission. So in today's class, we have revised. Today's basically chapter was independence and the partition of India. In today's class, we have revised why there was a demand for Pakistan, what was Jinnah's 2-nation theory, why was the cabinet mission sent to India, and under that main heading, the trial of the INA officers, elections of the central and provincial legislatures, the purpose of the cabinet mission. Then why the cabinet mission rejected the Muslim League's demand for Pakistan, because it was not an acceptable solution for communal problems. 2 halves of the proposed Pakistan would be separated by some several hundred miles. Thirdly, postal and telegraph systems was built as in India as a whole. And finally, partition would make the problems of the princely states more complex. So with this, we come to the end of the revision class today. At the next class, we will start from revising the cabinet mission plan. Meanwhile, I would like to say that you go on revising, since you don't know when your ICSE exam will be held. Go on revising. You have got ample of time still in your hand to revise, and definitely you will score well in your exam. Thank you for today.